Tonight's response kind of video or discussion is going to be on a bride refusing to obey. Something as simple as obedience. And what's shocking in this is that they went to marriage counseling, clearly, premarital counseling with a preacher. Yet and still, modern women have a hard time with submission and obeying. Because of this, it's going to cause generally a rift in most relationships. So without further ado, let's get into this one.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
Awkward.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
That was a clip that somebody decided to share. And how awkward it must be for this young brother. I'm sure he was faced with the decision of, what am I supposed to do? Or maybe they thought it was funny. I thought there's three people that had an interesting response to this. There's the groom. He ain't married yet. He had the choice to walk. There's the bride-to-be, who the traditional vows, she got stuck on obey. In other words, I ain't gonna listen to nothing you tell me. And then even the preacher was like, no, we talked about this. And she still was like, the preacher gave her the out. Would you want to just move along? And she said, yeah, I think we should just move along. So if he had said, when the preacher looked at him and said, do you commit to this woman for the rest of your life? And this brother was like, commit? Wait, I have to have a job and take care of you for the rest of my life? Wait, I got to protect, provide, and lead? If he had said, I don't know about any of those, how would this go down? The message that I want you to understand, gentlemen, is this. Should you choose to go down this path in the United States where all the rules are against you and the likelihood, the statistics, if that woman is college educated, he has a 90% chance that she will be the one that'll initiate. If she didn't go to college, then it's 80% that she will be the one who initiates divorce. And of course, the divorce rate is around, people like to use 50. It's closer to 45. Why? Less people are getting married. Because they're seeing the results of the American judicial system and the war on men. But let's say you think this woman is different from everybody else and you did the right thing. Clearly, y'all up in the church and you went to premarital counseling with the minister. And the minister, I wouldn't believe that he would lie at the altar, but this brother, what an awkward moment. She's sitting there saying, I ain't going to do it. I'm not obeying you. You're not going to tell me anything. You're not going to give me any counsel. I'm not listening to you. You're not going to obey. You're not my leader, but you'll obey your boss. You obey your mama. And here you are. You're supposed to be coming in, cleaving one to another, joining as one in the spirit of holy matrimony. With everyone there as witnesses and the awkwardness that all he could do is smile and laugh. Let me tell you something, brothers. If you are ever faced with this situation in life, until you say I do, you reserve the right to walk. And you should exercise that right at the first instance of a modern woman appearing, because you don't want to be married to a modern woman unless you're a feminine man and you enjoy, playing that role in the relationship. We're going to run that back so we can hear that just a little bit clearer, okay? Here we go.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
You see that? She had a hard time. Or it's coming, right? It's coming. Sorry, I hit it. Ha, 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 ha. She's going to screw you in court, brother. This ain't a laughing matter. This is real right now. I'm watching on the screen before you. Again, Toxic Reality Show. I need you to share the information And why are you here? Because the value you are getting, maybe it's not for you, but it's for somebody you know. Share the information in the discussions we're talking about. This ain't about me making $1 gazillion because I ain't got nothing to do with my free time. This is about really a stewardship, a servantship, where I'm trying to help young men younger than me to not do simp stuff or make the mistakes that I and others have made. You see, modern women are against shows like this because they want you stupid and aloof. They don't want you to know how to protect yourself. They don't want that wisdom and knowledge passed down to you. So especially if you were raised by a single mom, they don't want your daddy putting you on game. No, they want to set you up as the calf to fatten. Oh, we're going to work together. I'm going to build you up and we're going to get married and be a team. Nah, she's just fattening the calf for the kill. You got to be careful.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling.
That man came back fast. We did talk about that in counseling. He's sitting there still holding this woman's hand. At that point, this ain't a time to joke. Now, see, I'm willing to say that this brother hasn't seen shows like this one and just thinks that, you know, we're just a bunch of bitter men who are upset and can't get no poon. And we just come with all of this nonsense because we're bitter. Nah, man, this is lessons learned. This was a waking and teachable moment right here. This was the time to walk.
Yes, we did.
After this man says I do, it's 50-50, brothers. If she's pregnant, it's on. It's child support. Now, granted, he won't get any alimony because even if they break up a month from now, and she gonna be all lovey-dovey, it's when you hit that 5-year, 7-year itch, the stretch, where it's like, man, you know, you like, I know this person and it seems kind of lame. That's where it gets tough. That's where marriages work. And she already's letting you know from the gate, I will not obey you.
Yeah. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
That ain't funny. I think we should keep going. Brother, beautiful dress, cleavage and all of that, and you getting caught up in staring at her and laugh, but that was a tremendously awkward moment. And somebody took the initiative to record this to help other men being in a similar situation. Understand, until you say I do, you could be out. And this brother should have exercised that right. This is bad.
And sickness?
Because let me tell you something. It ain't going to be funny when you up in divorce court. It ain't going to be funny when you alienated from your children. It ain't going to be funny when you fighting with everything you got to keep your marriage afloat. It ain't funny. Ain't none of that's a joke. And she's telling you exactly who she is. This is something to be very cautious about. And heed the warning for you young men who are seeing this and seeing
Sickness.
how this is playing out.
And in health.
To love?
To love.
To not get caught up, to not be distracted by the woman's beauty and outer garment, because it is meant to destroy you. It has destroyed kings, the Bible says. And she got all dressed up for this occasion because, you know what? If you won the Mega Millions, you showing up in unwashed clothes and bummy, nah, you getting dressed because I'm about to get this money. This is it, girls. We about to win. If I don't like anything about him, even if I'm just unhappy with, you know what? I think I just want to be single. She can go ahead and get custody of the kids, child support, alienation. What you gonna do? You gotta, well, I don't want you to see the child until you demonstrate to me that he's safe in your custody or she's safe in your custody. Then all of a sudden, they turn into narcissists with all of these prerequisites on what you must do to pass the test. Ain't that like Jim Crow? But here we are. This is a tragic moment. And I'm telling you, should you choose to get married in the United States to a modern woman, they show you, what's the saying goes? People show you who they are. But you just didn't listen. This woman said it. She said, can we just move on past that part? Because I'm not obeying nothing. You ain't going to tell me nothing. I'm going to do what I want because I'm strong and independent. Here he is entering into a contract for team with somebody who's still an individual player. That's catastrophic. And we know how this will end. But listen, I'd be wrong to say that I'm some super alpha male my whole life. Since I came out of my mother's vagina, I was straight on, manosphere. That's a lie. Many of us, like Brother Samuels, we were simps, doing simp stuff. I remember my first wedding. My mother to this day, man, she laughs about it. She sat there and this preacher was like, and here we are united by the sun and the moon, by the universe and stars. Now, my mother is a devout, straight Christian woman, and she's just sitting there like, what the heck is this nonsense? Are you going to say Jesus or God? That's what my whole family was waiting to hear. And they just let it slide. And then when the divorce came, it was the first thing my mother remembered. She said, when I sat in that audience and he didn't even mention Jesus or God, I knew this was trouble. People show you the signs, but do you pay attention and listen? I let her control the whole wedding, I'll pay for it, blah, blah, blah. But for you younger brothers, man, heed the warning of this video. You got to pay keen attention because I know it's easy to get caught up. She's your queen. She ain't going to do you like that, but you don't know. I'm doing a video on this. You don't know who you married until you divorce them. Divorcing a woman and seeing how she acts after divorce or breakup, another level. You don't know who you slept and turned your back to at night until that. And you could even be together, man. Look how trifling that woman is, keeping the kids away from their father. And she'd be like, yeah, I know that's right. Those women are disgusting. And watch, she turns into the same woman. Anyway, brothers, I see some of the comments. KJ Witt, this brother's preaching. Tasivio, man, I'm trying to pronounce it. Pathetic woman. Nana, this dude hasn't found the red pill yet. I made my mistake and now I'm learning. Nana again, hello, the legend himself. We all, see, the thing is this, you either can learn the lesson or be the lesson. Kevin Samuels and other people were around for decades. Scheherazade Ali, sister Scheherazade Ali, been preaching for decades. Did I listen? Nah, I thought my penis energy was stronger than her mental health and drama that she had going on from her childhood. Numerous women that I dated, same characteristic, single parent household. Didn't know what it was like to have a man in the house. Didn't know what it was like to have a father figure involved in their life to tell them the do's and the don'ts. And then here I come thinking, I don't need to worry about that stuff, right? I love her, she loves me. No, you love her forever. She loves you today, and it can change tomorrow. So you have to understand when you're dealing with the modern woman mindset, this can be colossal. I saw a brother post online in a father's rights group. He said, going from being in a family and building a family to not seeing your kids is not something I'm used to. 1 in 4 men commit suicide. You wonder why, right? Anyway, Nana, all the Facebookers, shout out to y'all for the love. YouTube people, I see Nick Nice, J.A., Check-In Kings. We're going to come back next week with another topic, but I invite you, please send an email, info@Toxic Reality Show. Give me some information. Send me links to videos that you've seen that you're like, hey, man, talk about this. You need to break this one down. This one is sad. Share this with some young brothers, especially when I see brothers talking about they engaged. I kind of cringe, man. Send them something like this. Be like, yo, you got to stay on your purpose the whole time and make sure she's on your team. That woman ain't on his team. Anyway, shout out to y'all. Next time, I don't see anybody that I need to respond to. So with that, I give you all much love. Till next Sunday. Oh, we're switching up the times. We're going 7 p.m. Eastern on Sundays as opposed to 9 p.m. Going to bring the good content to you much earlier. And throughout the week, you're going to see some of our posts for memes for you to share with other people. In addition, we're going to do a couple shows a week where we just break down some issues. We're going to talk about the brother who went out on a date and got stood up. Anyway, God bless. Protect yourself, protect your wallet, and protect your purpose. We out.